Good. I have a few windows open up here. So I have Atom here on the left. I have my Gmail address, my Gmail account here up here, and I have my Hotmail account and also my command line. So I'll be using my Gmail account as an email address from where I'll be sending the emails to the users who are sending this data to my website. And then I'll use my Hotmail address to test my application. So I'll be filling that form using my the email address of my Hotmail account. Yep, that's it. So where are we now? At what point are we? Well, we are at the point where we have access to the email and the height values that the user is submitting in that web application form. And currently we're just printing them out. So what we need to do is, instead of printing them out, we need to apply something like send email, and then we pass this argument to this send email. So send email is the name of the function that I'll be creating in just a minute. Yes, so I intend to create a function that will get as input an email address and a value, and then I'll construct some message, so an email, incorporating this height in that email string, and then I'll be sending that email to this email address from my Gmail account. We can go ahead and write that email function just down here, or alternatively, which is what I'm going to do, and I recommend you do that to keep your code organized. So what I'm going to do is, in the same level with my app.py script, so here, which is here, I'm going to create a new file and call that send.email.py. Good. And here I'm going to create a function. So let's call the function sendEmail as well. You can call it whatever you want, so it doesn't matter. In my case, it just happened to have the same name with my script. And then I go here to the app folder, and what I do is say from send email import send email. So I'm importing from the send email module, which is this script. I'm importing the send email function, and then here I'm using the imported function. So I'm calling the function that I imported in here. Yeah, that is clear, I believe. One very important tip though, don't name this module email. So if you email it email.py, and when you import here, you'd say like from email import my function. That would cause you problems, because there's also a module, a built-in module in Python called email, and you know that. So when you do from email import something, you are reserving the email namespace in Python for your custom module. That means if you import email later, so if you import email, you'll get some problems, because this namespace is already occupied. So don't use email as the name of your script, and also in general don't use module names for your scripts. Hope that is clear. And now we go here, and before even creating that function, we need to import the email module. And I assume you have taken the previous lectures of the course where I taught you how to send emails from an email address to another email address via Python. So I'm not going to explain what the code does, because I assume you have taken those lectures. Good. And now I'll try to be quick here. So define send email. We need to get the email address. So from this function call here, so this email address will be sent to this parameter here. And also we need the height, and later on we'll add some more here, like average height, some more parameters when we add some lines down here that calculate that average. But for now, let's keep things simple. Good. From email at gmail.com, from password Python lecture. I just created a temporary password just for this recording. From email, from password to email. So that is this parameter, which means the user is entering the email address, and the email address is being passed to the function call, and that value will be passed in here, and that will be passed in here, and then we can use this to email to instruct our SMTP lib library to send an email to this email address. And yeah, then we have subject, let's say hide data, and the actual message. Let's say, hey there, your height is, let's use string formatting there. So the %s will be replaced by the height, which we are getting from here. Good. This will be sent as plain text, but if we want to make this HTML enabled, we'd want to use MIME text. And actually, we need to import that. I imported email earlier, but sorry if I confused you, but we don't need email, we need mime.text. Import MIME text. Actually, from this we import MIME text, and then what we do is we create another object there that will be equal to MIME text message variable there and HTML, which means that this line here will be read as HTML, and that means we can now add HTML text there. So if we add this, for instance, the height value will be in bold because we are wrapping the height value with these strong tags. Good. And then out of this message object, we access these keys. So subject equals to subject, and yeah, also you have the to key, to which is equal to email, and then from email. Good. And lastly, I need to log into my Gmail account. So let's create a Gmail variable there. That would be equal to smtp lib.smtp method, and that gets message, and that will get this Gmail SMTP server address and one of these ports, maybe this one. So smtp.gmail.com and 587, so that's a port, and then we apply the hello method, and then again start TLS, and lastly we're ready to log in. So login from email, from password, yeah. So the credential of our email address that we want to log into. And lastly, we are ready to send the actual message. So the email object, and to do that we need to apply the send message method to the Gmail object. And also you need to pass the message object that you want to send their message. And one last thing you need to do is you want to make sure that in your Gmail account, and in my account, if you go to connected apps and sites and you go down here, you want to allow less secure apps to log in to your Gmail address. Unfortunately, Gmail considers SMTP lib a less secure app, so you want to turn that on like I have it here to be able to log in via SMTP lib. Yeah, good. And I have to import SMTP lib there so that I have access to its methods. And I'll save these and try to run it to see what we're gonna get. Yeah. So localhost 5000 with my Hotmail address and put a height there. Yeah, that looks to have gone through, but I need to check my Hotmail. Yeah, I have got a message here. Hey there, your height is 176. So that is working perfectly. And yeah, if there is anything that is not working on your side, then feel free to drop a question there and I'll try to explain you what's the problem. But make sure to include any error that you're getting. So yeah, we have one more lecture to go, and in that lecture we will calculate the average of all the heights that the users are sending to our database, and I will be sending that average to the user via email. Great, let's move on.